Okay, hey, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I have another salon job horror story for you guys. This is episode 6. This is when I worked with 2 owners. One was nice and one was a witch. Hated me. I have no idea why, but I had the last laugh in the end. So yeah, if you want to know what happened with that, stay tuned. Alright, so this salon was actually located around the corner from the other salon I told you guys about. The story talking about the lady paying $50 a day, charging $60 for hair styles and stuff like that. This was probably like 2-3 blocks away from there and a couple of blocks over. So it was in like the 60s, 70s area in New York City. Kind of old money, not rich, I would say, for them, but kind of like in the middle, like high middle class, let's say that. So they was older clients, very nice. They didn't tip big, but they still made sure their tip was a very small salon. We had like probably 2 shampoo bowls, maybe 4 chairs in the salon. It was easy to keep up with, clean, etc. like that. So first owner was a middle-aged Italian woman, always screaming, always had a bad attitude. I'm not sure why. Let's call her K. Her name's gonna be K. The next one was a Filipino lady, a little bit older, very nice, and I think her daughter worked there or her niece, one of the two, but let's call her, if I'm gonna be able to remember these names. So anyway, job, I think it was $60 a day plus tips. Like I said, very small salon. I believe I was half part-time for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think I might have had 2 jobs at the time, 2 part-time jobs, or I don't know, something was going on. But anyway, I liked it at first. I had a good amount of freedom. I washed hair, I swept up the place, and pretty much that was it, and assisted them with the clients. Not sure what happened, but I remember that the Italian lady would always make me most, like in a teaching way, either teaching me or like taking advantage of me. Maybe people treated her like this when she was an assistant and she wanted to be hard on her assistant. I'm not sure what the issue was, but she was tripping, that's for sure. So she wanted me basically after every single client. It doesn't matter if she just brushed her hair one time. She wanted to clean her brushes every single time. She could have 10 clients in a day. After every client, I had to clean their brushes out. And that's not normal. Every day in a salon, they clean their brushes out once a day at the end of the day. Unless like somebody was losing a lot of hair and they had to clean out in the middle. But usually at the end of the day, we clean the brushes out, and then we usually wash them and like let them sit out overnight or whatever. So even the Filipino lady, I'm gonna just call them body racist, sorry. Even the Filipino lady was like, why are you making her do that? She's like, oh, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. She has to do it. She has to do it. That's it. Like, I was just like, okay, whatever. She was always so happy when she left early. Like, the salon would be nice and chill and calm. Like, her evilness would leave the door and we would just be able to chill and sit down. When she was there, walking on eggshells, everything was fast-paced with her. Even though we didn't have a lot of clients, everything was fast-paced. Everything was just like angry, attitude, evil. I don't know what was up with her, but she must have been having man problems. I don't even know what's going on, but it was crazy. So anyway, I had left that job or whatever, and I don't even know why. I mean, I left the job. I don't even know how long I was there, but I left. So about a year goes by or whatever. I found a way better job, making a lot more money. And then the Filipino lady ended up giving me a call. She always told me, I believe, that she was going to open up her own salon. She wasn't going to be partners with her anymore because of the way that she acted and everything like that. People just, didn't like her nasty attitude, let's say that. So anyway, she called me or whatever out of nowhere, and she was like, hi, Crystal, whatever. I ended up opening my own salon, and we would love for you to come work with us. So my first question was, is the Italian lady still with you? She said no. We parted ways, and I was like, oh, that's very good, because she was terrible. So anyway, one of my co-workers, it was a guy, he used to work at the first salon I worked at. He actually worked with them, and I was cool with him and stuff like that. So I would have had a cool co-worker there or whatever. He knew how to do my hair, so I was like, oh, that's cool, But I had that, but sadly I had to decline because basically what she was offering wasn't as much as I was making now. I was making $14 an hour plus my tips was super crazy. I was working on Fifth Avenue at the time. If you know what Fifth Avenue is, it's very rich, very like high end, all the expensive stores around there and stuff like that. And the money was just too good for me to leave. Yes, I would have worked with her in a heartbeat because the boss I had at this job, the $14 an hour job, he was terrible. But I couldn't let go of the money because I did have my own place at the time and I had to pay rent, and that job was paying my rent and then some. So I just couldn't take the offer at the time. I think she was offering me the same amount of money, maybe like 60, $70 a day or whatever. I'm not sure how much it was, but it just wasn't going to be enough for me. And I felt bad. I did, for not taking a job, because she went out her way to call me and to think about me when she did open up a new place and try to have a spot for me. So I really was grateful about that. But like I said, I had to, just watch out for myself at that time, because I needed the real big money and I was making the big money already. So yeah, she was to call me today and I needed a job, 100% I would have worked with her, because she's super nice and stuff like that. And she was just a good energy to be around when working and stuff like that. She was understanding. She never yelled. She was always trying to teach you different things like that. She, like if I was late, she would understand. The other lady, Italian lady, she was just off her rocker. I don't know what was going on with her, but I'm not sure if she didn't like me because of, I don't know. I just don't know. I never rubbed her the wrong way. We never argued, nothing like that. I did what she said, and she was just so hard on me, like I was in the military or something. I just never understood why that was. I'll never understand why she acted that way, but she was terrible. She was even like pushy to the Filipino lady, and the Filipino lady never like talked back to her. She let her walk all over her, and it wasn't, I was just like, wow, like what y'all doing? If I didn't need the job, I wouldn't have let her talk to me like that, nothing like that. She didn't talk to me like super crazy, like disrespectful, but it was just like, do this, do that, clean my brushes every time a customer leaves. She acted like I was sitting around there chilling, like I was doing nothing all day. I was sweeping the floor, I was cleaning, I was doing what I was supposed to do. If I wasn't, the Filipino lady would have said, oh, you gotta go or whatever, but that was never the case. So that's pretty much what happened in that story. I would say if you ever are gonna work in a salon, just make sure you know your worth. There's so many different salon jobs out there, especially for brand new, fresh out of school, assistant wise. It's so many jobs. Like I've had, like I told you, maybe like 9 jobs out of school, and that was in a 4-year span. Literally 9 different jobs, because once I saw that it wasn't serving me, or they wasn't paying me enough, or they was treating me terribly, and I knew that I could find something better, especially with the experience that I had under my belt, I was out of there. Like, and I found a new job like this. I never was months without a job. I never was a month without a job. That's how much they need assistance left and right. I even went to job interviews, got the job, and never even went back to the job, because the job was either too far from my house once I did the traveling, or it just wasn't even like worth it or whatever for me. I don't know, like I forgot what happened, why I did that, because I had a job interview set up for, it was on the west side near Central Park. It's very hard to get to the west side depending on where you live at, and I was coming from Brooklyn. So yeah, that was pretty much the story about that. Like I said, I had the last laugh because in the end they needed me, they wanted me back. So, and they got rid of the other lady, as they should, because she was just too much. So the next job is going to be, this one is actually going to be about my first salon job. Episode 7, they had me cleaning floods late night with my bare hands and some towels when the salon flooded. I don't even know if I'm going to do that. That wasn't in my job description. But yeah, $50 a day. That's it, no more. Coworker hated my guts. She cried in the bathroom, having to get blamed for my mistakes. I don't know why he was blaming her. And I had a mean and controlling boss. He was Russian. So let that be a little preview for you guys for my next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.